If there was ever a film that perked my interest in movies, Blade Runner would be it. It was perhaps my first experience of analysing and looking deeper into a scene rather than passively watching it on a surface level. And I think it really helped in my development and my analytical thinking. Now, when it was first released, it was a commercial failure, but has since found a cult following and, in my opinion, is probably one of the greatest motion pictures ever made, and Ridley Scott's definitive masterpiece. It's the ideas and themes that resonate very strongly with me, ideas that still have a place in today's world and are even more prominent than ever. And whilst it's a fantastic visual and technical achievement, it's the ideas at the core of the movie that really remain timeless. Ideas such as subjugation, the influx of migrants into countries like the US and the UK, which as a result is making our world even more multicultural. And really, one of the main ideas of the movie is, what is the essence of humanity? It's the opening few shots of the film that tell us almost everything we need to know about the movie. Eyes transmit one of the main themes of the film, which we'll come back to later. For now, my focus is on the skyline and horizon of Ridley Scott's opening shots, which depict a harsh and bitter future. One that is no longer subject for movies, but is hitting close to home with our over-reliance on fossil fuels and the harshness that faces the lower class. And whilst the people of the world are not shown straight away, we get a sense of how they live through the horizon, and the somewhat luxurious life of Dr. Eldon Tyrell, with his huge, lavish building being intricately filmed and almost glamorized as a wonder of the world, and the way in which the building towers over everything else, portraying Tyrell as almost a deity. Even though the look of the world has become a bleak and desperate one, for me the film focuses more on beauty. And that's not necessarily the beauty of the planet, but the beauty of humanity. Throughout the film, we get to see individuals and the beauty of individual imperfection through characters such as Roy Batty, the leader of the band of replicants Deckard is forced to hunt down, who, through his search for longer life, comes to find the preciousness and beauty of life itself and comes to appreciate all the memories that he himself has created, rather than relying on his creator's implanted memories for comfort. His demise is bittersweet, and whilst he understands that life is full of wonder, he feels that the memories he has created and the things that he has witnessed are soon to be lost, and that personal experience is one thing we have to hold on to as we look into the abyss of death. Roy himself is a very interesting person, as he realises at the moment of his death that his search for a longer life proved fruitless, but was not at all meaningless. Through his search, he has come to cherish what little time he had left. Notice that when I talk about the replicants, I don't talk about them as machines, but I talk about them as individuals and as people. Because for me, there's no question here that these characters are human. And I think, for me, the film isn't so much about what it means to be human, but it's about the complexity of life. Deckard himself is a complex individual, and whilst there is some debate as to whether Deckard is indeed a replicant, the answer to me is very clear. Yes, he is. But he is as human as the rest. In the book, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, Deckard is indeed human, and it quite explicitly says that he has passed the void comp test. And to that there is no question. But the film's ambiguity on this subject is fascinating. When Rachel asks if he has taken the test himself, he refuses to answer. His humanity is questioned, and everything that he has come to know, the memories he has, all begin to seem fake. And when he can no longer trust the memories he already has, he must try to create new memories through his interactions with Rachel. The longing for certainty on his humanity brings him to lay his own questionable identity on Rachel, who believes she is human until Deckard tells her otherwise, stating that her memories are not her own. And whilst I think the love dynamic in the film isn't great and borders more on rape than anything else, it's the idea that he needs a connection with someone to cement his own humanity. As I stated earlier, eyes give off one of the main ideas of the film, that the soul and memories can be seen permeating through them. and that they really are a window into someone's soul. And this isn't necessarily in a religious context, but as a look at someone's individuality. Throughout the story, Roy speaks vividly about his eyes, about what his eyes have bared witness to. And it's his eyes that reveal the most about individuality and the fruitlessness of seeking longer life.
It's too bad she won't live. But then again, who does?
These lines, spoken by Edward James Olmos's character Gaff at the end of the film, speak volumes about, in my opinion, the key message of the movie. That as people, the idea of perfection is too easy to get engrossed in. That we should choose to live outside of the notion of perfection. We may not be a perfect species, but isn't our longing to have a better understanding of ourselves, our memories, our need to be perfect, isn't this what makes us all human? Hi guys, thank you very much for watching my view on Blade Runner. I know people have their own interpretations of the film, and if you like, you can look down below in the description to see various links to different articles and books, and sort of make your own interpretations of the film yourself. I recommend picking up the final cut of the movie. I think it's Ridley Scott's definitive version of the film. And the soundtrack, pick the soundtrack up. The soundtrack is immense. It's unbelievably good. Please, if you liked this video, please leave a like, share and subscribe to the channel. You will get great content from Chris, Tate and George. They practically upload reviews almost every day, so please support our channel. You won't be let down. Thank you very much for watching my view on Blade Runner.